Okay, Ms. Martinez, good afternoon. Laura Martinez. Alrighty, let's check on the. Okay, Attorney Lindbergh, you guys are still working on that paperwork.
Good afternoon, Judge. Actually, I was hoping to just confer with Ms. Hahn if I could, just to see where we're at.
Okay, alrighty. Let's go ahead and place you in a breakout room with ADA Han.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. State, are you ready to proceed on cause number 683-128?
One moment, Your Honor. Let me look into that here. Oh, what? Yes, Your Honor, I have the plea paperwork here.
Yes, give me, I'll call it as soon as I call it, counsel. Okay, and defense, you're ready. Let us call, the court is going to call cause number 683128, State of Texas versus Adrian William Hubbard. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Judge Bowood, on behalf of the defendant, he is present. I want to first apologize to the court for my late arrival. I've been with Raymond Angelini, Judge Angelini all morning, and he's allowed me an hour to get away. But I apologize, Judge. This is a plea we tried to do earlier this morning.
That's not a problem, counsel. You're here now, and that's what counts. Thank you. Appreciate your patience with it all. Are you Adrian William Hubbard? Are you the same that has been accused of driving while intoxicated with a breath alcohol concentration BAC of 0.15 or higher? It was alleged to have occurred on the 17th day of April 2022 and classified as a Class A misdemeanor. Are you the same so accused, sir?
Yes, I
State, can you hear Mr. Hubbard?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Okay. And you can hear him okay? Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth on the pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God? Thank you very much. You may go ahead and lower your hand. The state is on Zoom and the defense is in the courtroom in person. So the court will be sharing the court's screen. Mr. Hubbard, can you see the court screen? Counsel,
That's good.
sure, absolutely.
The state's consent to video conference.
Can you see the court screen?
Yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes, Your Honor.
yes.
And state, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, on display is a document entitled State's Consent to Video Conferencing. Did you sign this document thus consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
State's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense, on display is a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Mr. Hubbard, is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes,
Did you sign this document thus consenting to plea by video conferencing?
yes, Judge.
Now, Mr. Hubbard, I know you're a little bit nervous, but this is the thing. The court reporter can only hear one voice at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna finish speaking and then I'll give you an opportunity for you to finish speaking, okay? All right, so you can't talk at the same time, okay? All right, that's okay. I know it's a little bit nerve-wracking, just wanted to let you know. We're gonna make a good record. Counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, I do, Judge.
So the defendant's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Mr. Hubbard?
Oh, over probably 8 months, Judge.
And are we applying for probation? And if so, what type?
Yes, deferred, Judge.
Mr. Hubbard, on display is a document that's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication Community Supervision. This is a 2-page document. This is the first page, and then this is the second page. Okay. I draw your attention to the middle of the second page where I am circling the cursor. It states here that you personally appeared before me. You are the defendant in this case, and I have sworn you in. Under oath, you're telling me that your application for deferred adjudication community supervision and the personnel data sheet, which is going to be attached as an exhibit to your application, is true and correct. Are both documents true and correct, sir?
Yes.
Now, do you wish to go ahead and speak with your attorney to understand the consequences of your response? Now, keeping in mind that if both documents are not completely filled in, they can't be true and correct. Okay. So, do you wish to speak with your attorney to understand the consequences of your response to this statement? Defendant understands and acknowledges that any untrue statement in your application or the exhibit, your personnel data sheet, may be grounds for denial or revocation of your community supervision in this case. Do you wish to speak with your attorney?
And if I may address the court, Your Honor. I did see when we were looking at before proceedings began, the personal data sheet, it looked like the year of the Ford pickup was blank. And I usually tell my clients just as best as we can make it, and then we'll complete it with the probation office. So I do apologize if there's some blanks in his personal data sheet application. We can correct those right now, Judge, if you'd like.
Okay, and you're here, we can go ahead and see
Would
about.
you like us to step away and we'll do that quickly?
I know,
Can
you're
we
going
do it
to,
right here?
yeah.
Thank you,
Well,
Judge.
well, we're not gonna do it right here, but you're telling me that it's gonna be done.
Yes,
That's
Judge.
enough.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right, counsel, appreciate that. Mr. Hubbard, do you understand with what your attorney has just said? Do you understand and acknowledge the same? You do? All righty, I will go ahead and sign the document and making it part of the record. State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will state, is this matter subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has that been complied with?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is compliant.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement and I'm making it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
Yes, Your Honor, the state moves to waive and abandon the enhancement for alcohol level above 0.15 and proceed on the first offense, Class B misdemeanor.
No objection, Your Honor.
Without objection, that motion is granted. State, do you have any other motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hubbard, I draw your attention to the document on display. It is entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions. This is a two-page document, this being the first page. Okay. Then this is the second page. Right? Is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, yes, yes.
Did you review this document with your attorney?
I will be on my own.
Electronically.
Yes.
Do you have any questions of your attorney? Okay. After reviewing it and with your attorney, did you freely and voluntarily sign this document?
Yes, sir.
So with your signature and your testimony now, you're telling me that you understand everything in this two-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney.
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, he has done a fantastic job for you, okay? And that's what you get when you get the caliber of attorney such as Ms. Attorney Wood, whose experience has probably forgotten more law than I'll ever learn, okay? And he has been able to reduce this from a Class A to a Class B misdemeanor, an enhancement of a 0.5 to a regular, to a DWI first, okay? So he's done a wondrous job for you. So did he explain to you the range of punishment in this case?
Yes, something classes. And there's me court
No, no, did he explain to you the range of punishment?
Oh,
Attorney Woods?
Judge, we talked about what the plea agreement would be, so I'm not sure where he's checked off what we're doing. That would be probably his only knowledge of what the possible range of punishment is. I'm not sure I went over it in detail, but I did explain what the waiver of the enhancement would be. If this is a Class B misdemeanor, it's up to a $2,000 fine and
Yes,
70 hours up to 180 days in jail.
Okay, all righty. So did you understand that this is a possible that can happen
yes.
for you? Okay, did he explain to, so you understand that now. So did he explain to you your constitutional rights?
Yes, yeah.
After understanding your constitutional rights, so with that understanding, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights? Are you a US citizen? I will go ahead and approve your jury waiver. I am going to sign it. And you will no longer be able to have a jury trial in this case. Counsel, as I have made it part of the record by signing it, counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea to that?
Yes, Your Honor.
With the information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and the charges against him?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you and this defendant now waive the formal reading of the information?
We do. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. State, what is your punishment recommendation to the court?
The state recommends 24 months of deferred adjudication, $250 fine plus court costs, 96 hours of community service restitution, as well as the DWI education, U impact, TAIP and all recommendations, and the ignition interlock for the full term, Your Honor. Thank you.
And if I may address that, Judge.
Go ahead, counsel.
Judge, just that that was our original offer, and I was later told that the 96 hours would become 60 hours, and the ignition interlock would be for half the term.
State,
I'm sorry, I might have misunderstood, but I'll agree with that if that's what the defense asserts, Your Honor.
I had originally spoken with 88 Ling. and I'm not sure who made that second offer about reducing those two areas. And I did talk to my client about that an option might be buying the community service hours. Is that a feature the court would consider?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. I'll tell him to talk to probation. And thank you, Mr. District Attorney.
Okay, so just so we're clear, on the record, the state, the recommendation is now?
Your Honor, as I
What
understand,
is your recommendation?
oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor, from what I understand, the new recommendation will be 60 hours of community service and the nation interlock for a after term, which will be 12 months. The other terms have not changed.
Okay. Counsel, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation to the court?
It is, Judge.
Mr. Hubbard, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to be able to dispose of this matter for you today, sir? Okay, we're still finishing my sentence for me. Okay, is that your understanding, sir?
Yes.
All right. With that understanding, Mr. Hubbard, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Do you understand that even though you're pleading no contest, I can still find you guilty?
Yes.
And you still wish to proceed? Now, you've spoken with your attorney regarding this entire matter, right? Sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So with your plea of no contest, you're telling me that you do not wish to fight. You don't want to fight any of the charges in this case. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
And then with your plea of no contest, you believe that that's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to accept your plea of no contest. I am going to find that you are competent to enter into that plea and you are entering it freely and intelligently. Counsel, what, if anything, on behalf of your client, and why should I consider this plea, please?
Judge, just due to his, I did write down, usually a pretty thorough little interview with him. 44 years old, he has a 10-year-old child. He went to Highlands here in town. He did 2 years at SAC. He's working as an electrician. He's come to court, I think you see, with a family member, his mother, who's there to support him. He's a financial support to her and a physical presence in her house for repairs. And we would ask for those reasons, Judge, to allow him to receive this reduced offer.
The child lives with him?
Lives with the mother, with the child's mother. Yeah, no, child lives with the child's mother. You pay child support? Yes.
So your mother lives with you, or you live with your mother?
My mom is for the other time, so I help her.
Mother lives in Floresville.
Florida?
Floresville.
Floresville, oh, okay.
But he does go back and forth to help her.
Does she have a vehicle?
Yes, she is. If I said that, just recently, diagnosed Parkinson's.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
You're right here in front of me and I have a hard time hearing you, sir.
I said as recently he became diagnosed with Parkinson's, it was pretty quick. It took on pretty quick. And so I'm trying to help with everything I can.
So your mother's a caregiver to your stepfather who has currently
Wow.
diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
What's your mother's name?
Gloria.
Very full.
Gloria Fuller?
Full too.
Gloria Fulton?
She's present.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Fulton. Your mom has a vehicle, right, you said?
Yes.
So who lives with you?
Then also.
Mr. Hubbard, do you have the ignition interlock on your vehicle
Yes,
right
ma'am.
now?
Yes, ma'am. I just got it. I just got a calibrate yesterday.
How long have you had it on?
Since Easter, couple, 3 months after Easter, when I got it picked up. So I was here sometime. I had it on for a while.
State, what was the BAC in this case?
Your Honor, that was 0.33.
And this is first case?
Yes, sir, from what I can see, it looks like it was the first case. I see no other criminal history in my record.
Was there an accident?
It was just,
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor, there was no accident.
Counsel, is there any legal reason why this matter cannot be disposed of today?
No, Your Honor, no legal reason.
State, do you have any objections to referring Mr. Hubbard to Bear County Gives Back Program.
Oh, Your Honor, no objection.
Counsel, are you familiar with that program?
I am not, Judge.
The Bear County Gives Back Program is an alternative ways of being able to take care of that community service restitution. One of the many, donations another, and there's
Thank
a
you.
few other ways. But I will refer you, and I will speak about it a little bit more, for satisfaction of 40 hours only. You're still responsible for the full 60. And 60 hours, but you can take care of 40 through that program if you wish, okay? All right. Counsel, there being no legal reason, allow me to proceed. Mr. Hubbard, although there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty of this case, I am going to withhold my finding of guilt, and I'm going to place you on 24 months of deferred adjudication community supervision for DWI first. You will be supervised and monitored by the Community Supervision and Corrections Department, otherwise known as Probation Office, for these with these following conditions: $250 fine plus court costs, 60 hours of community service restitution, of which I am referring you to Bear County Gives Back Program to satisfy 40 hours of it, DWI education, uimpact.com, TAP evaluation, and parenting class. You've indicated to me that you have the ignition interlock installed, and you will continue to maintain it for half the term of your probation. I will require 2 affidavits from you within 10 calendar days. That is from you that you will not drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock. And one from your mother, Ms. Gloria Fulton, that you've identified as your mom, who has a vehicle. Although she doesn't live with you or you don't live with her, you do have access as you are visiting very often. And all I want her to say is, hey, she's not going to let you drive her vehicle at all under any circumstances, okay? And we will just need for her to identify her vehicle by year, make, model, color, vehicle identification number, and license plates, okay? The last 6 digits of the vehicle identification number is always needed.
Your Honor, will this be emailed to me? Or-
I'll explain it to her. I'll work it out
Okay.
with him, Judge.
I'm going to need for you to go ahead and participate in the 12-step community-based sober support group meetings. I'm right now going to say, hey, I need for you to do that 2 times a week. One of it must be in person. The other one can be online. The one online needs to be verifiable, and your community supervision officer will go through that with you. In consideration of all that you have going on, child support and support that you're providing to your mom driving back and forth, I'm only going to set your supervision, community supervision fee at $35, okay? State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see if I can get through this. Mhm. Okay. Mr. Hubbard, regarding the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, this has been a plea bargain case, and I am going to certify that you have no right to appeal. Now I'm going to need your fingerprints and plus get your paperwork together. It's too late to get that done today. When would you be able to come back? Tomorrow? Okay, you'd like to come back tomorrow. All right, you'll need to come back here between the hours of 2 p.m. and before 4:30 p.m. You're coming right here. You'll see my deputy. He'll go ahead and give you directions from there, okay? Now, if you do not come back here tomorrow, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. You good? Okay, we understand that. Now, a couple of things here, sir. I'm going to put you in a breakout room back there so that the community liaison officer, she can explain to you that Bear County Gives Back program and determine your eligibility, okay? All righty. Now, if you want to participate in that, no problem. If not, you're still responsible for those hours, okay? So it's optional, okay, mentor. So your attorney has done a great job here for you in getting this set up for you. And with all that's been going through this morning, okay, with this case, being here for you, that's a very big deal, okay? All right. I want you to show that appreciation by being successful on probation. That's what I want for you, okay? That's important for you, but I want you to also think about this. It's important for that young lady sitting back there that raised you and that you're making the sacrifices to be there for her, okay? And for your young child. Right about this time of year, there's this great movie that's called It's a Wonderful Life. I want you to watch it again. All righty? I want you to watch it again in context of all that has happened here today. All the people that are here for you, and I'm here for you. You're a valuable person, a valuable member of society. And there's several people counting on you. Okay? I want you to count on yourself. I'm looking for your success. There's not going to be a question that you will be successful, right? I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay? Mrs. Fulton, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate your time and your support. No problem. Thank you, ma'am. Counsel, anything further?
No, Judge, just thank you for the thoroughness and the fairness that you always exhibit. Thank you very much. You take a personal interest and it's meaningful for me, but you can see my clients. It pleases them to know you care and that's what you're telling them. I appreciate it too. Very
Thank you,
much,
Counsel.
Judge.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, Bob.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You bet. Good to
Appreciate
see
it.
you.
All right. Take care.
Excused.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Judge.
State, are you ready to proceed? State, let's go ahead and, court is going to call cause number 654494, State of Texas versus Christopher Alvarez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
Jacob Lindberg for the defense.
Mr. Lindberg, I have here the Nicolette Sines as the attorney of record, as on record as being hired. Also, I have a Stephen Beretta, I believe, and a Monica Cruella. What's your relationship to these folks?
We're all in the same firm, Judge. We're criminal defense attorneys.
Okay. And so you're an associate here, sir?
Yes, Judge.
And are you Christopher Alvarez? Where is he? Christopher Alvarez?
His camera was just on. May have ran to the restroom.
Yes, I remember seeing him all day on the Zoom.
Yeah.
So he's here.
Deputy, did you get any notice of Mr. Alvarez, where he might have gone? All right, counsel, please approach when your client is back, okay? Thank you.
Hello.
Mr. Alvarez, is that you?
I don't know, it just keep cutting off. I'm sorry, Your Honor. The Zoom just keep turning on and off.
Okay, all right, sir. When you're ready. It's fine. Mr. Merchant, please approach. Hmm? Yes, we're off record on this. Okay, what you got here? Okay, has that been sent to your attorney? Okay, great. Great, he'll go ahead and email that. Alrighty, good job. Okay, that easy. That easy. Okay, so then you guys are set for November. All right, make sure November, February February, okay? You're gonna get everything done, correct? All righty, very good. All righty, you have yourself a happy holidays. Thank you. I appreciate your coming down, okay? Taking care of it. All right. You are? Oh, who's that? Grandma, how you doing? Oh, you're looking great. Are you sure you're his grandmother or just his older sister? Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much for being here and supporting him. Oh, my goodness, you've done good with that young man. All right. Well, we'll just go ahead, but carry a bigger stick, okay? All righty. Okay, are we ready on Mr. Alvarez?
Yes, Judge.
You sure? Okay, let us get back on record on cause number 654-494, State of Texas versus Christopher Alvarez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
Jacob Lindberg for the defense.
Are you Christopher? Are you Christopher Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're the same that's been accused of driving while intoxicated, alleged to have occurred on the 24th day of January 2021 and classified as a Class B misdemeanor, sir? Are you the same so accused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, we're here to go ahead and take a look at pleading your case. But I see state, you have submitted a motion to dismiss and on a DWI. State, I'm going to start sharing my screen. State, proceed. What's going on?
Your Honor, Mr. Alvarez was sentenced in another case, a robbery case in the 144th, and he was given deferred there. After conferring with defense counsel on Mr. Alvarez's case, it seemed most prudent that we should just run the terms for a DWI, and they're rather onerous terms even for a first DWI, more onerous than would usually be required for a defendant on a first DWI, and to have that added to the terms of his felony supervision. And that this
Okay.
DWI would then be TIC dismissed, which would still reflect on his record if Mr. Alvarez should re-offend with an intoxication offense.
Yes, it ends up being a conviction. However, what are the terms we're talking about?
The terms are that Mr. Alvarez will complete the DWI safety education class, victim impact panel, and that he will install the ignition interlock for 12 months. I believe a TAP evaluation and all the other terms were already included with his felony supervision.
The DWI what course?
Education?
Education, thank you.
Yes, Judge.
And victim impact panel. Okay. Okay, and that all that was included as part and parcel of the conditions for the felony.
Yes, Your Honor. It was signed
When-
off by Judge Mary on December 5th, today.
Okay, And do I have that felony? It should be written on the bottom there. Am I sharing the screen? Right. Right here, what felony, what was that case that it is included in or TIC'd into?
It is cause number 2021 CR 7306.
Alrighty, you guys can, I didn't ask, you guys can see my screen, correct? Mr. Alvarez, you can see the screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, alrighty. Defense, do you have anything further on this matter?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Alvarez, this matter is, has been taken into consideration under your felony, and the conditions, of this, particular case, it has been, included in your felony condition. So, sir, I will go ahead and sign the dismissal as far as it being taken into consideration. All righty. Thank you much. I'm going to go ahead. You should get a copy of this from your attorney.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Absolutely. State anything further?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the court's time and thank you for Ms. Hahn. Have a good one.
Appreciate. You guys have a great, happy holidays. Court is going to stop sharing the court screen. We're off record. Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Hello.
All right, Mr. Alvarez, I think your attorney said for you to call him.
Okay.
Okay, you're free to go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Mhm. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Laura Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Martinez, your attorney contacted and I think everything, I've received everything and I have taken care of. I signed your dismissal, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your patience. I tried to call you earlier, first thing, but
Okay.
so you're good to
Okay.
go. You're free to go. You have yourself a wonderful Christmas and do a lot of real estate sales, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate everything.
Righty, not a problem.
Thank you.
It's the state. State did a great job.
Yes, thank you, State. Thank you.
That's all I got for you. State, I think that's all I got for you. See you guys tomorrow. Mr. Gomez. Yes, please. Email? Email address? Mhm. Okay. Council, could you please? Good afternoon. Sorry for the delay and, okay. Good afternoon, Attorney Barrera. It's been a while.
Hello, Judge. Hi.
Hi, haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been some time, Judge, but I'll see you on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be Attorney Barrera Day?
Yeah, unfortunately so, yes, Judge.
Okay, no problem. Hey, sir, who are you here for?
Judge, I have Romaldo Garcia.
Okay, and Mr. And Daniel Rodriguez, sir, you are here for?
Your Honor, I'm not 100% sure. I just had gotten an invite. It was on my calendar for today, and I don't really think I have anybody set. I was
Okay.
just checking in to see.
Thank you, Counsel. Appreciate your time. Is that Valerie Carter? Does that sound familiar?
She was a client of mine that's on probation. She pled out a couple months back.
Okay. And CLO Jennings, is she on today or because I don't see a Valerie Carter?
She is set for today, Your Honor.
Okay. She's just not here yet?
I don't see her on Zoom.
What is the setting for it? I'm not aware of any setting because she's already pled out as far as I know.
Yes, sir. This is a performance review hearing. Something must have come up during her probation and we want to just be able to talk to her about it.
Oh, well, let me
She
see.
may
Let me see if
have-
I can find her.
Oh, okay. All righty. And while you do that, we'll proceed with Mr. Garcia. And you let me know. Let's get on record on cause number 642-300, State of Texas versus Romaldo Garcia. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the CLO.
Ashley Jennings, Court Liaison Officer for County Court Law Number 2.
CSO.
One second here.
Okay.
Waiting on the CSO to jump on.
Oh, okay. Are they coming or the CSO Jose Paz, or can we proceed?
Yes, he was logging on.
Oh, okay. Is he on? Okay. Um, you sure he's coming? Or is he having some technical difficulty?
I'm Skyping him now, Your Honor, because I just sent him the links because he didn't have it.
Oh,
Excuse me.
okay. CSO, would you please announce I just called the case cause number 642300, State of Texas versus Romualdo Garcia. The CLO has announced, CSO.
Hello,
Yes, you need to announce.
this is Officer Paz.
Okay, and Officer Paz, you are here for?
I was misinformed. I was told it was Ryan Juarez. I must have jumped into the wrong. It's Romualdo Garcia.
Okay, Romualdo Garcia, and what's your relationship to Romualdo Garcia?
I am his community supervision officer.
Okay, very good. While I finish up talking, pull up the case summary. Okay, and we're here for performance review hearing, sir. You ready to proceed? Okay, as you're getting ready, counsel?
Yes, Judge. And Ivan Barrera for Mr. Garcia.
CLO, when was the last court visit we had with Mr. Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor. The last court appearance was when the probation was granted on December 18th, 2021 for both cases for driving while intoxicated for 16 months. And on 642-300 for obstruction of highway for 16 months. And MTR was denied and returned on March 31st, 2022 due to the probationer not reporting since being granted. This case expires on April 17th, 2023.
I'm sorry, he was granted on December 18, 2021?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is his first.
Correct.
Okay, so what I'm understanding, in one case, he got an obstruction and then the other case, a DWI.
Yes, Your Honor.
That VR MTR was denied and returned when?
On March 31st, 2022.
Wow. Why has it taken so long to get this scheduled?
Let me go back and check with the notes from the previous CLO.
Your Honor, if I may, he has failed to report to the probation officer since then. And he's been on the ignition interlock device, which he has violated.
Oh, I'm gonna, okay.
Which
I'm
he
going
failed to
to,
report to me. He's failed to do his community service through Bear Gives Back. Those are some of the allegations that we put on that we're going to put on the new MTR. He failed to attend the scheduled TAP evaluation. He failed to attend the Yo Impact program,
okay.
DWI education.
Hang on 2 seconds. I don't want you repeating too much. Having to repeat too much.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a second. Officer Jennings, when does this case expire? When, in April?
April 17th, 2023.
Okay. CSO, now, CSO, how has he been doing? We'll start off with the ignition interlock.
He hasn't been doing, he's been testing positive. He's had high bracs. He's had high bracs in starting in June, July. He had 2 in July, 1 in August, 1 in September, 1 in October. And then he's failed to calibrate his device. He's had instances where his calibration, he failed to go back and he missed like 9 days in between on one. It's been about 6 days on another one. And the 9 days were in September, 6 days were in August. In June, it's another 4 days he missed calibration. And in May, it was about 9 days that he missed before he got it recalibrated.
Okay. Late calibrating. Okay.
So late calibrating high bracs has failed to report since then.
Okay. All righty. You hang on 2 seconds. The high brac, you said they started in June and went through October, right?
Correct, ma'am.
Okay, so in June, what happened?
It came out at 0.035 on June the 9th. On July the 7th, it came out at 0.040.
Alrighty, do you know what time it was in June?
Yes, ma'am. So in June, it was in June, it was at 3:24 p.m.
Okay, and in July?
At 5:54 p.m.
Okay, go on. You have another date?
And July 31st at 0.044 at 12:32 p.m. On August the 17th at 0.045, and that's the high brac it was at 3:14 p.m. On September 24th, it came out at 0.047 at 9:26 a.m. And October 10th, it came out at 0.034 at 6:56 p.m.
I'm sorry, what was that last one, please, in October?
It came out at 0.034 at 6:56 p.m.
And what was that date in October?
October the 10th.
Okay, so those are the high bribes. Were they all looking as if they were consistent with alcohol, or were they,
Yes, because he never went back and tried to retest. So if
Okay.
he would have done a retest, it could have been, if it wasn't alcohol, it would have cleared out.
okay, so no retesting or clearing of it
Correct.
on all of these?
On all of those, ma'am, yes.
Okay. Okay, he last reported to you when?
One moment, ma'am, please. Let's see. And that was, he last reported in December 22nd of 2021.
Okay. How did you try to get in touch with him? Let him know that he was supposed to report.
By phone, text message, email.
Did you ever send a letter to him?
No, I did not. We did do a field visit, if anything, or because he picked up a new number one, we didn't do the field visit. I'm sorry, because he picked up a new number one. That's why.
No field visit.
No, ma'am. It's because he also has a felony case that he's currently on. So when he picked up the new case, it went through to the felony case, and then he had an active warrant.
Okay, so that new case was the felony?
Let me check. One moment. I'm sorry. Apparently, one of the new case that he picked up against the felony was one of the current cases that he's currently on with you.
Okay. So he picked up the felony after this, he got on probation with
Prior to, he picked up the felony prior to being on.
probation at all.
I'm sorry. One moment.
Okay.
He was already on the felony case when he picked up the new case, these two cases, these misdemeanor cases.
Okay. So, but he did pick up a new, I mean, was he on probation for any of these cases? And then picked up another one while he was on probation?
No, my apologies, ma'am. He had this felony case, and then he picked up these cases when he was on the felony. So
Okay,
we're still trying to resolve in the felony court. We're still trying to resolve one of the new cases that he's currently on for, which is currently being discussed in your court. One of these misdemeanor cases that he has.
Okay. Okay. So what's the offense date on the obstruction?
It's 6/30/20.
Okay, and the offense date on the DWI?
It's 5/9/21.
Okay. Alrighty, now, so he last reported to you in December,
Correct.
right after he was. So he has, and then you say he failed to report for TAP?
Yes.
Okay. Has he done any of the classes? Has he completed anything?
Let me check one moment, please.
And just real quick, while you're testing, I mean, while you're checking,
No, he
are
hasn't.
you also?
I'm
okay.
sorry. No, he hasn't completed the Yo Impact program, and he has not completed the DWI education program.
I did do the I did do that one before. Yes,
Mr. Garcia, you have an attorney,
yes, ma'am.
okay? I know this is a lot to hear. You want to jump in already, but first I'm gonna finish up with Mr. Officer Paz. Then I'm gonna ask you attorney questions and stuff like that. And he may want to talk to you and all that kind of stuff, but there's a reason you have an attorney. Let him do his job, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, just sit there patient. We'll get to you. Don't worry about it. So the DWI education and what else?
And the Yo Impact.
Okay. What else? How about his fees? Total assessed?
So the total on the 642-300, the total assessed is $925, and he hasn't made a payment on that.
Okay.
And are we doing case number 660-784?
That's the obstruction. That's what's that case number?
It's a 660-784.
660-784. That's the obstruction, right?
No, the 642-300 is the obstruction highway. The 660-784 is the DWI.
Okay. Okay. So what was on the other one?
So on the 660-784, there's no payment on that one yet either. And the total owed, well, yeah, there's no payment. The total owed is $4,120.
And he's paid zero.
Zero.
Okay. So how much is on the
felony case? Or I'm sorry, you just want to go back to the misdemeanor case?
The obstruction case.
Oh, okay, my apologies. On the obstruction case, it's $925 is what he owes, and he has not made a payment.
Oh, okay. And then the other one, the DWI?
Is the $4,120, and he hasn't made a payment either.
Okay, so the total would be 4,120 plus 925.
Correct. So it'd be about $5,045 somewhere there.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay.
Community service restitution?
No restitution. Community service, it's 40 hours on 642-300. And on the other case, it's the same 40 hours.
So are they running concurrent or are they stacked? I mean, so is it a total of 80 hours?
I think it might be let me check the conditions real quick. I think it might be a total of 40 hours, but let me check real quick.
Okay.
I'm unsure on that, ma'am. I can't, in the legal documents that I'm looking through. Yes, it's to run concurrent. Time and money, and I think it's community service to run concurrent. That's what I
Okay.
see on the application.
Okay. So how many hours has he done?
He has not done any hours, ma'am.
You Ace?
Yes, ma'am. The last one on 9/17/21, he failed to submit. Well, that was prior to the obstruction. Let me check, being granted. And so both of those were granted in December of 2021.
Okay.
Probation, so he hasn't gone for a UA. Well, he hasn't been sent for one for the DWIs because he hasn't been seen.
Okay. So did he do his orientation at least?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Okay. Just didn't do the tab. Did he visit with you at all?
After he was granted, he didn't come in to see me, and I believe the reason is because on that felony he got an active warrant.
Okay.
I'm not too sure about that, but that's what I think it was because.
Okay. And so you're doing both. You're doing his felony and his misdemeanor.
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
What else you got?
That would be all for now.
So he's on the felony, he's on deferred adjudication?
Yes, ma'am, he is.
So did these cases then cause him to pick up, cause a motion to revoke on the felony, or the felony hadn't been disposed of yet? Disposition yet?
Let me check the MTR because I believe the reason they still have an MTR on the case was due to one of these cases, but let me bring up the. And it is due to driving while intoxicated, the DWI case, correct?
Okay, so he's got a felony MTR right now pending?
Yes, ma'am.
Out of what court?
It's out of the 399.
Anything else, sir?
No,
Officer
ma'am.
Paz?
No, ma'am, that's all.
Counsel, do you have any questions of Officer Paz?
No, Your Honor.
Do you wish to talk with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let's go ahead and put, we're gonna suspend the record and put the attorney in with Mr. Garcia. Counsel, do you represent him on the felony as well?
Our firm does, Your Honor.
Okay. Attorney Rodriguez, did you find your client?
Yes, she's on the Zoom.
Okay.
Her under Valerie Michelle.
Thank you, counsel. Appreciate your help with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that Michelle a last name or is it a first name or middle initial, middle name? What is it?
Middle, it's Valerie Michelle Carter.
Okay. Okay, are we gonna get a video?
Valerie, turn on your video. There it is. Yes. There she is.
Alrighty. Alrighty, Ms. Carter, while you're listening, I need for you to hover with your mouse over your frame, your video there, and I want you to point to the 3 dots on the right-hand side. You click on it, and it should give you the option to rename yourself. Name yourself your first name and your last name, okay? Thank you. Alrighty. We're gonna get a record on cause number 630975, State of Texas versus Valerie Michelle Carter. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the CLO,
Ashley Jennings, Court Liaison Officer for County Court Law Number 2.
CSO,
Gregory Mendez, Probation Officer for Bear County.
and what is your relationship to this case, sir?
I supervise her case,
Supervise whose case?
Valerie Carter.
Okay, thank you. Attorney?
Daniel Rodriguez.
Okay, counsel, just go ahead and make sure, Valerie, Michelle Carter, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm having some problems changing my name. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to.
You're good, you're good. Okay, thank you. Just next time you go through that and make sure you go ahead and save it, okay? And make sure you take care of that. Show up on Zoom with first name and last name. It makes it so much easier.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Counsel, just to be very clear, were you asked by Ms. Carter to be here today?
No, I received an email from, I want to say the CLO.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and proceed. CLO Jennings, when was the last court visit with Ms. Carter?
Yes, Your Honor. The last court appearance was when the probation was granted deferred adjudication on September 26, 2022 for driving while intoxicated for 12 months. Your Honor, you ordered for a hearing. This case is set to expire September 25th, 2023.
Give me that expiration date again, please.
Yes. September 25th, 2023.
So I requested a hearing right from the granting of probation.
I'm checking now. Okay, Your Honor, it was ordered on October 4th because she went into the residential treatment and she got out on October 27th. I mean, November, I'm sorry, November 27th.
I'm so sorry, I was muted. CSO, I grabbed her file. I see why I ordered this hearing. How has she been doing while on probation, sir?
She's been in residential treatment the entire time until released on November 27th. I've yet to see her. 'Cause
Oh,
she
really?
Yeah, she went into residential treatment, I think 2 days after being granted. And then I think that's when they did the motion for her to, I think one was the motion to allow her to go, and then one was the order saying for her to be set for a review hearing first week of December, which is, I think this date, because she just got out of residential treatment, as far as I know.
Okay. And you haven't had a chance to see her, talk to her, her process, you know?
We've
the
communicated through email.
residential treatment?
We've communicated only through email, but I haven't seen her in person to do the initial visit. No, ma'am.
Okay, so you still kind of need to orient her to probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And see where she's at with all her requirements.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So right now, she hasn't done anything on her requirements except the residential treatment.
Not that I know of. I know she had the requirement for the device, and I haven't received any notification of her having it installed. I got a copy of her affidavit of non-driving, so I'm assuming she's gonna get an in-home unit. I just know right now it's kind of hard to get an in-home unit, so I don't know how much she's attempted to get it, but she's gonna probably have to get it pretty quickly.
Okay. All right. So, did she, as far as what you've seen, you didn't receive a discharge from the residential treatment, an unsatisfactory discharge from the residential treatment, did you?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
The only correspondence I got from the Windmill Wellness Ranch was dated. What's the date on this thing? I think it was the same certificate from their exhibit that they gave you when they turned it in, and it was just saying that I'm writing to inform you that Valerie Carter's presence and treatment of Windmill Wellness Ranch in Canyon Lake, and that she was gonna start on 9/29. And that she would be receiving comprehensive patient services, and then with a anticipated discharge date of November 27th.
Okay, all righty. Yeah, so council, okay, so as far as you know, she's done it, okay, she has satisfactory completed that program.
Yes.
Okay, great. Hey, council, so just wanted to go ahead and check up and see how Ms. Carter is doing, and whether there's anything that we can do to be able to make sure that she continues on her road to satisfactory success on probation, success with herself. You look great, Ms. Carter. Yeah, that's it. Look at that wonderful smile she has. Anything, council? Have any questions of Mr. Mendes?
No, I guess I would just suggest that maybe the CSO and Valerie get in a breakout room and arrange to have their meeting and orientation. That way everybody's on the same page.
All righty, fantastic. Why don't we go ahead and do that? You feeling okay, Ms. Carter?
Hi, yes, yes, I am, ma'am. I just wanted to say that there wasn't a notification because I'm actually still here in residential. So I actually extended my time here. And Mr. Mendes, I've tried to get a hold of you and left some messages in regards to that. But yes, I've actually have extended here and living in a clean living here in the residential treatment.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask how long your extension is?
Yeah, so I know that if they had asked to, like they had said that it was anticipated the time. I've actually spoke with my counselor today here at the facility, and we still have to be determined. He wants to move me to an outpatient treatment, which would be here in the facility, which would be a continuation of the residential that I've had here, on top of continuously living here in the clean living houses. It's just been such a remarkable program and opportunity for me that I did not want to turn it down. I also got sponsored by the owner here to help me with a brain frequency program that they have here. That it's supposed to help with like trauma and so forth. So I've had some really good opportunities, and it's just been amazing. So we've just continued, and so they haven't necessarily given me a date yet.
Okay, there's a couple of things that you said there, that you're going to continue with what aspect of it that's helping you with what?
So there is a brain frequency that they do here.
Brain? Like brain? Okay, got it, okay.
And it targets trauma, as well as helping with addiction, PTSD, which is something that the main reason I came here was the trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder. And due to that, I have been sponsored by the owner to qualify for the brain frequency on top of the trauma program and addiction program. So they've prolonged my time here. And they haven't given me a specific date yet. But I'm happy to get Mr. Mendes in contact with my counselor and whomever needed, just so he can be up to date with everything that we've been doing here.
Okay, and then you do an aftercare it'll still be within the grounds of the facility, but a little bit more community-based kind of thing too, right?
Yes, and I believe one of the things that we had talked about was that I would continue living in a sober living. And so what they have is a clean living here in the back, which is where it's pretty much like a sober living, where I'm able to continue living here while doing the program. So it's like having both at the same time. So I thought that it would be really great moving forward for my program. So I know that,
Phenomenal.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Phenomenal. Wow, this is great. I tell you, you're like a 180 here, okay? If a 180, my goodness, your enthusiasm and your energy is just getting me all hyped up. It's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You've been doing some work on yourself.
Thank you. I feel very blessed.
Yes, you are. You've been doing some work. You've been doing a lot of hard work. I appreciate it, and appreciate it more for you. That's just phenomenal. You've really embraced that. So, okay, great. Why don't we do as your attorney suggested? Have you get in a breakout room here with CSO Mendez, so you guys can kind of catch up, okay? And you know what's going on with your probation as far as working and what you're doing, okay? And how it's going to relate to your probation. Sound good?
Yes, thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate you very much.
Oh, not a problem. Now, do you think, kind of go through some details about some, not details, details, and you're leaving some things, but talk about some of the classes that you're taking. And Officer Mendez, I just want you to, she has some classes that she needs to complete. If you will listen to that carefully, maybe get some brochures from her or the treatment facility, her counselor, see if there's anything that you can work out as far as credit is concerned. So we make sure that she is benefiting from all her efforts. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Sounds good.
Okay, great. And now as she moves over to the clean, I'm sure they're going to have some activities for her that might serve as community service. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And then, of course, go through with her all the alternatives to be able to complete her community service restitution. And then, so probably the only thing that you'll have left is probably payment. Okay, Ms. Carter?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Great. So are they doing, of course, with that, they're going to be doing UAs, and they've been doing UAs there?
Yes, Your Honor. We get, it's random UAs, so I will get you to aid about 3 times a week. Yes.
All right. And so, with something like that, we probably definitely want to give her credit for, being UA'd. As soon as you get the reports, you can incorporate that. I think that would be fair. Do you have some kind of a monitor other than the UAs? And do those UAs include alcohol monitoring?
I believe so. I can get some more information, but they should have all of my results here at the facility. We also do breathalyzers here as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So those are the kinds of things, Officer Mendez, you can, take a look at and see if we can make sure that she's well credited for all her efforts, okay?
Your Honor, so as far as the interlock device, would you want us to consider counting her drug tests and her breathalyzer, them watching her for that to count toward credit for that? Or would you want us to spend that time with the device until after she's released fully.
Well, I think when she comes out, we can go ahead and carry on with the device. Say she can go ahead and do that in the UAs, but right now she needs to get credit for it.
Okay, so you want her to get credit for the alcohol monitoring device as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That sound reasonable,
Yes,
Fair?
ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Carter?
Yes, ma'am, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
What do you think, counsel?
I think that sounds good, Judge.
Okay, all righty. So let me go ahead and allow you to kind of line it up. Here's what she's doing in residential, and this is what she needs to do, and see where, where there's overlaps and can give her credit for it, okay? Now, the thing about it, if we need to extend you a little bit, Ms. Carter, for you to be able to go ahead and complete that, then that is something that we'll need to consider, right?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. We'll do that. And we may need to do that just because you owe us some money.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. I was not aware that I did owe money, but I will double check into that and make sure that I take care of that as soon as possible.
Oh, okay. Maybe I spoke out of turn. Officer Mendez, what was her total fees?
Current total balance is, let me make sure I'm looking at the correct number.
No, what was the total fees assessed?
$1,349.
And what has she paid?
Currently she's paid $270. So minus the payment that she'll pay sometime this month, she's current with her fees.
There you go, you're current.
Yes.
Alrighty. So as you come out, all the other requirements, and we just extend you a little bit so you can get back on the treadmill of work so that you'll be able to go ahead and make those payments. But that's the only thing. Okay. That should be, I'll let you guys match up, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Sounds good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good work. Good work.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm very proud of you, Ms. Carter. I knew that you would find the value, find that strength, and be able to go forward. Okay? Doing great. Doing great. You hang on, you hang in there. You got a lot of life and a lot to contribute to community, and I like that. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All righty, you guys get in there, and Officer Mendez, you guys come out and we'll talk. Counsel, did you want to join them?
No, Your Honor, I was asking if I could just be excused, I guess. I think
Okay.
that probably everything else from here on out would just be decided between you all.
I hear you. Thank you, Counsel. Appreciate
All right.
your time. Really
Thank you.
do.
You have a good day.
All righty. We're off record. Yes. Okay, Attorney Beretta, I see you guys are back. Let's get back on record on cause number 642-300. And what was the other cause number?
660-784.
And that is State of Texas versus Romualdo Garcia. Okay, so at the time we suspended, counsel, you were talking to your client. And so are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Officer Paz, and you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Cielo?
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, I believe the ball's in your court.
Yes, Your Honor. So during the break, me and my client discussed all the violations that Officer Paz outlined. And I'll go through them with you, Judge, in order. in regards to the fine, my client confirmed that he has paid zero amount on the fines. On the DWI education course, he has not completed it. On the umpact.com course, he's unsure, but he thinks he probably has not completed it at this point in time. On the TAP evaluation, that one as well, he believes he might have completed it already. But obviously that if probation says otherwise, then that might, I guess they're in a better position to answer that. And on the community service hours, I confirmed he has not completed any of them. On the high BRAC readings, what we discussed was that, yeah, he failed to retest after blowing into the machine or after getting a BRAC reading. He understood that he was supposed to retest after knowing that he had a high BRAC in order to confirm whether there was or was not any alcohol in his system. And as far as failing to report goes, my client says that he reached out to his probation officer on several occasions over the phone. I asked him if he maybe had emailed him, but there is no email transactions, only by phone. So yeah, so for the most part, Judge, everything that was outlined by probation is for the most part correct as far as violations go with this probation. And I guess all I can say for my client is that regardless, I know that everything that occurred for the most part is true. He was on felony probation at the same time as, on the same time on being on probation for his 2 DWI cases. And all I can say is that it's tough to just be on probation for one case. I can't imagine having to deal with community service hours, fines, classes on 2 different types of probation. On the felony probation, we had an MTR hearing already. We're basically close to getting that one resolved. The agreement is that he would enroll into a 90-day rehab facility, basically an inpatient treatment. My client is still working on that, but I think he has found one. Assuming he enters the 90-day rehab program and he successfully completes it, I don't believe that they will be revoking his probation. I'm not the felony attorney. I'm not the attorney handling the felony MTR, so I'm not 100% sure. This was just based on what I had discussed with my client.
Okay, so is that ISF they're looking at? Is that what it is, ISF?
I believe so, Your Honor. I could not, I believe so. I don't want to 100% confirm that, but Mr. Garcia might be able to, because the assignment was that my client would have to locate a 90-day rehab program and then voluntarily enroll into that program. And so, Romaldo, it's an inpatient program where you cannot leave, correct?
Yes, sir. I cannot, yeah. And I have to be enrolled by 13th, and I have to have everything paid off by the 13th of December.
Have what paid off?
I have to have the whole rehab paid off by December 13th. They ordered that I'm already enrolled and have that already taken care of by the 13th.
So what are you enrolled in?
So I've been looking at the rehab that I was gonna be able to go to, and I was gonna enroll this already. I was gonna go tomorrow and have it ready by the 13th because I have to go back to the court and I have to have it done by then. And then by either this month or next month, they will want me to be going into the rehab for 90 days.
Okay. Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good step. And that would be a very good step for you. How Council, why didn't we do DWI court on this one?
Judge, we did, but he was denied because at the time he was on probation for the felony.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, but we did try.
Okay. So why isn't he in felony, felony court? Drug court?
I'm not sure, Judge. I didn't handle the felony case. Another attorney in our firm did, so I wouldn't be able to speak on that. I'm the only one who handled the 2 DWIs.
Well, so the felony guys are looking for you to get a program, a residential program, and you got to pay for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Council, may I make a suggestion and you guys come back to me by the end of the week to see what it's working on? If you could get with the felony guy and see, why didn't they see by getting him into felony drug court?
Well,
And
just he's already on probation for the felony.
sure. Yeah, but remember the drug courts, the specialty courts are like an intensive probation. And they cut, I mean, what they're looking for him is treatment. So if he can go to the felony drug court to get treatment over there, they might start him out with an inpatient program. Okay.
Right, Judge. And that's what he's going to be required to do, is enter the 90-day inpatient program. He's supposed to be paid. Obviously, it's self-paid, and be enrolled by December the 13th. And he's supposed to start the program either late this month or early next year, and successfully complete the 90-day program. And if he does, then no MTR will result.
Council, can I? Can you accept the invitation that you just got? Okay, council, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Officer Paz?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Officer Jennings, instructions?
Yes. Mr. Garcia, you will need to submit a US5 tomorrow. You will also be reset for Monday, December 12th, 2022. CSO Wilson, your case saving forms, just sign and date.
Okay, so then also, we're gonna do that removal order for the ignition interlock in the vehicle that was just totaled. We're gonna need the affidavits for non-driving, non-ownership with the third-party verification. I think your attorney has worked that already, gotten that. I think you cooperated with him on that one. Okay. And then we're gonna be working to see if we can't get you into that felony drug court, treatment courts. Okay? To kind of help you out, see what they can go ahead and do for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty, and your attorney has a list of places that you can be looking into to see if they satisfy those other requirements, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty, sounds good. We'll see you Monday. You hang in there, Mr. Garcia. You're, welcome back. It's best to be here. The least that you can do is show up. As long as you show up, that tells us you're interested in getting help. If you run, that means you're interested in going and getting in more trouble, right? Not dealing with the issue. So basically telling us you don't want any help. We're here whenever you want help, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. So take advantage of it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We want to help you, but you gotta do the heavy lifting, sir. Change comes from within. Starts with that man in the mirror. See you next Monday, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Sounds good, ma'am.
All righty. Thanks.
You have a blessed. Bye-bye.
Okay. Counsel, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Your excuse, thank you. Officer Mendez, you guys have a good line?
Yes,
Officer
sir.
Paz, your excuse, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You guys did a good alignment?
Yes, Your Honor. We have an appointment scheduled so we can do her TRAS assessment over Zoom. I believe it's next week. Yeah, on the 13th. And then we've already kind of figured out what overlap as far as her treatment that she's currently in, how there's overlap on some of her, like her community service hours, because she's doing service work there while she's at the facility. And then giving her avenues to doing like the DWI intervention, the UImpact panel classes, where she could do those online. That way it won't impede her when she get her driver's license. And then as far as her TAP evaluation, because most of the time they recommend residential or supportive outpatient treatment, I think there's probably a lot of overlap that they're probably gonna recommend nothing. So we probably wouldn't need that as well. And she currently has the ignition interlock device installed on her vehicle, but it's in her father's possession. But when she moves to the next phase of that program, which she believes should be soon, they're going to allow her to have her vehicle back. So she'll be able to be compliant with that. And then she's going to get me a letter from her think her main manager or her main counselor that talks about her getting drug tested often and daily breathalyzered. So I think, yeah, I think we're on a good path for pretty much getting most of her conditions where she, honestly, I don't think she'll actually need a extension because she is making her payments while she's in treatment right now.
Okay. Alrighty. Dad's not blowing into the machine. Because that'd be a violation if Dad's blowing into the machine.
I believe there's 18 blows on it. I think it's probably just for the use of getting it to get calibrated and back more than, it's not like the vehicle that he uses. Cause I was looking at the last report because they weren't being sent to me because she got it granted prior to probation. So they were sending it to, I guess, a pretrial officer or some other officer. I
Okay,
wasn't aware of it, but I was able to pull up the reports, but she believes that she's going to get the device very soon and it'll be in her possession.
Okay. So you'll be able to get it switched over to you?
I've already emailed them to switch it over to me and send me the past reports. And if they don't send it to me, I can still pull them up as well.
Okay. What about the breathalyzer? Will you be able to get these reports?
Yes, Your Honor. I could pull them up from their website, but I sent them an email to send them to me in addition to switching me as a monitoring authority. So I'll get all the future reports as well.
Okay, but she said she was doing breathalyzer at the residential facility. Are you gonna get those reports direct?
Yeah, I requested for her to get that from her counselor.
Okay.
I need to talk to her counselor as far as what they can give me, but I'm pretty confident they'll be able to send me that stuff.
Sure, I think if we get just a HIPAA release, that they should be able to go ahead and send you those things so that you'll be able to go ahead and see it, as well as them monitoring it, you know?
Exactly.
We just need a HIPAA release, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah.
Okay, do you understand that, Ms. Carter?
Oh, you're muted, Ms. Carter.
Sorry about that. Yes, so I can just ask, I guess I can just ask them here at the facility for the HIPAA release and get that over to Mr. Mendez? Okay, absolutely. I will get that done.
Okay. All righty. Very good. Sounds good. Hey, Officer Mendez, just go ahead and do a follow-up with me. Send me a follow-up email as
Okay.
things unfold, okay?
All right. When would you like that, Your Honor?
When you get a chance, next week. Just
Next week?
as,
Okay.
all these things are implemented, just send me a follow-up email.
Okay,
Say,
I'll send it to you by the end of next week after I've met with her, probably maybe
Okay.
Thursday.
I mean, if you want to do it like as far as an SR or whatever by email, however you want to do that, just let me know, okay? That everything's working out.
Yeah, whatever's your preference, Your Honor. I could send you an email. It's fine with me.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool.
You keep working real hard, Ms. Carter, okay? You keep working
Yes.
real hard. It's worth it. Thank you
Yes,
so
Your
much
Honor,
for your
absolutely.
time.
Thank you.
Alrighty. You have yourself a good Christmas if I don't see you, okay?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas.
Okay. Remember, we'll have a happy new year.
Yes.
Okay. See you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Waters, I know you thought I forgot about you.
I'm here, Judge. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Good. All right, let us go ahead. Let's get on record on cause number 585894, State of Texas versus Mickey Juarez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the CLO.
Ashley Jennings, Court Liaison Officer for County Court Law Number 2.
CSO?
CSO Chakran Namsumjan.
And are you Mickey Waters?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Very good. Thank you for being here. Officer Jennings, when was the last court visit, Mr. Waters?
Yes, the last court appearance was when the probation was granted on March 17th, 2022 for obstruction of highway for 1 year. An SR was returned on September 13th, 2022, requesting to amend for TAP recommendations and set for a performance review hearing. Performance review hearing was supposed to be set, which the previous CSO never scheduled for one. This case is set to expire on March 16th, 2023.
Okay. CSO Namsumjan, how's
Yes, Your Honor.
he been doing? Yes, sir. How has he been doing since, Mr. Waters, how has he been doing since you've been on probation?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Juarez has completed all his classes of DWI intervention, U impact, and as well as he has submitted a TAP evaluation. Additionally, he has completed all his community service hours, and his ignition interlock was approved and removed on November the 30th. The only thing Mr. Juarez has left, he originally had his fees paid in full, but when I was assigned his case, restitution had not been yet set. So we have since assessed restitution into his fees, and he has told me in our office visit today that he does plan on making payments toward towards restitution before the end of his probation.
When did you start supervising him, sir?
I believe our first visit was on November the 8th, Your Honor.
Okay, so what was the total assessed fees?
The total assessed fees are $2,214, $599 of which is towards restitution.
Okay, so that's the total and to include the restitution?
Yes, Your Honor, that is the total including the restitution.
All right. So how much has he paid?
Mr. Juarez has paid $1,615 towards his financial obligation.
Great. What's his balance?
His balance is the $599.
Oh, okay, thank you. CS for community service, how many total assessed?
Originally assessed was 60 community service hours, but his conditions, his community service hours were probated, I believe, due to his military service.
Oh, so he's got credit for all of them.
Yes, Your Honor.
What branch did you serve? Serve in, Mr. Waters? Oh, looks like you froze. What branch was that?
I was in the Army, ma'am.
Oh, okay, all right. Well done. That's why he got credit for all of them.
Yes, Your Honor.
If it was Air Force, it might have been different. Go on. Anything else?
The only thing remaining on his probation, Your Honor, are just his fees. He's done everything else.
Well, Mr. Juarez, how does that sound?
It sounds pretty good, ma'am.
Right? Okay, I mean, and then it's just beautiful. That's all, that's what, as you approach that strip, okay? The
Yes,
landing strip. That's all you want left. Is a few buckaroos, okay, to throw the way, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
To
Okay.
almost to the finish
And-
line. Yes, ma'am.
Right? And so you're basically golden. All you gotta do is do nothing else. Just pay your fees. And don't look left. Don't look left. Don't look for any kind of discharge on the ground, bub, because it ain't there.
No, ma'am.
Right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. So smooth riding all the way. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. And we're looking forward to a great Christmas and a happier New Year, right?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Again, I don't know if I have expressed to you often enough the much appreciation that I have for your service. I really appreciate the service that you have rendered to this country, to yourself, in the way that you have tackled this community service, this probation, taken it, leaned forward in the foxhole, and got this done. I really appreciate it, sir. True caliber. So this,
Yes, ma'am.
hopefully this will be behind you, and we don't even have to worry about this again in the future, right?
I pray not, ma'am. I pray not.
Okay, great. So tell me what you've learned through this whole process and how you're not going to come back.
I've learned definitely, you can pay for your mistakes. Definitely takes time. You have to, reflect back on the mistakes that I've done, that I've made, and I have to, better myself, and obviously teach, my partners, friends, family members to not go down the same road, the same path that I have taken, and hopefully pass the knowledge on.
You're coming over wobbly a little bit. Your connection is getting a little strained. So
Yes, ma'am. I believe my phone's about to die out. That's why I had it plugged in. But overall, I've realized I need to better myself and hopefully help my friends and family and anybody that's in the same situation I'm in.
fantastic. And that's the really ultimate payback. I mean, you're service oriented and you've already done that, but continue to do that, sir, because whenever you are outside of yourself helping others, you're really helping yourself. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And I look forward, hopefully, we'll get your discharge signed and you take care of yourself. Okay, soldier?
Your Honor, if I may interject.
Uh-huh.
I believe the purpose of this performance meeting was to decide whether or not we want to go through with the TAP recommendations for Mr. Juarez, hold them in abeyance, or go through the VA. I was wondering what your decision would be.
What were the TAP recommendations?
The TAP recommendations were outpatient treatment through the Veterans Administration, for supportive outpatient treatment, monthly UAs, and documented sober support meetings.
What do you want to do? Go through the VA, Mr. Juarez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. I have already spoken with the VA. I have an appointment set on January the 9th of next year to speak with the main doctor there. And she will, further let me know if I'm gonna be in either outpatient or inpatient or whatever program she wants to decide to put me in.
Done. That's all he's gotta do. He's just gonna go ahead and follow through with the VA, okay? We good?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Juarez, we good? Stay with the VA? Get the treatment out
Yes,
of
Your Honor,
there?
that's, that'd be perfect. I'll be great with the VA.
Okay, we don't need that other outpatient stuff or all of that other stuff, do we?
I don't believe so, man.
Okay. I believe you. All righty. Okay, you got a great CSO who's attentive, who is focused, and you can see he's gonna work with you, okay?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you work that VA. We'll see you. Happy New Year, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Merry Christmas to you.
Namaste. Thank you. God bless. All right, we're good. We're good.
All right. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Only if I say your name right. Namnasan Jan.
The G is silent, Your Honor. Namsam Jan.
Namsan Jan.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I guess you can't be excused. I messed that up. I gotta work on it.
No worries, Your Honor.
What you say is okay. It's okay. Namsan Jan. Namsan Jan. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great
Always
day.
good to see you. You too.
Your Honor, am I excused?
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Have a
Your Honor.
good one.
Merry Christmas to
Thank
you.
you. Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas. Bye-bye. Okey doke.